Alrighty, hello Xperia advisors. This is Blair with the technical support department with Xperia, and today I'm super excited to share with you our new contracting system that we have on our back office website, and hopefully it's going to make things a lot smoother for you guys and also our contracting department as well. So right now we're just going to go through a really quick introductory on how to use it and kind of go from there. So I'm just going to log into a test account here, and we're going to obviously come onto our landing page here, our home page. The first thing that I want you guys, and you might get a pop-up, this account isn't, but the first thing that we need to double check is our profile. We need to make sure we have everything up to date before we obviously go into contracting. So we have added the new legal name feature, and that is because we have realized that some people do have a preferred name that they like to use. So say your name is Nicholas and you prefer to just go by Nick, or you have your your name is for example, my name is Blair Lindsay, and for some reason I preferred going by Lindsay. We would put that in our first name and last name in the this is your preferred name section. For your true legal name, and this is the legal name that is on all your legal documents, your license, that needs to go into your legal name section here. Okay, if it's the exact same as your one you have on here, so if your name is Jane Smith and that's what you go by, that's fine. Just put it again in here, because for the documentation, especially for contracting and moving forward, we will be using the legal name. So if you have to duplicate it, that's fine. Just use it twice the same. But we want to make sure it's especially inputted into this section, so that basically when you're using the documents, it's populated, okay? And then make sure that you're hitting update profile. The other thing that we want to make sure that you have is your documents. So your E&O with the expiration dates, your license or licenses with the expiration dates, your bank information, and another feature that we will have added as well is if you've been licensed for over 2 years. So obviously, depending on the province, everyone knows you should know your sponsorship requirements if it's needed or not. In Ontario, if you have been licensed for over 2 years and you don't need sponsorship, we just need to make sure that you check this off and update your profile, so that will just assist you with the contracting process moving forward. Okay? So once this is all up to date, we're going to head into the new contracting section, and it should say my contracts, but right now it says contracting, but it'll be underneath your tools over on the right hand side under contracting. So we're going to click on that. So you should come to a page here, and the first thing you'll notice is at the top here it says you need to complete the advisor screening questionnaire. So it's a really simple process. All you have to do is, it says right here, download the questionnaire. So you're going to click download, and it's going to populate here. So we're going to look through this here, and obviously you're going to print this off. The great thing that we have got going now is, remember when I talked about the legal name and kind of the documents? Well, we've got some awesome stuff pre-populated for you. So we're going to have your name, your work address, but there's going to be certain things that you need to fill out. So no matter what, you will have to print this out and scan it to your computer, okay? And make sure that you're checking off everything that you need to do. This is your chill-out form that has to be done once a year. And make sure that you've kind of got everything and you've signed it. So once you've completed this, and you're like, okay, I've got that done, you're going to upload. So you're going to browse your files, and mine's in the contracting department here. You're going to choose it, and depending on what computer you're using, it's just you can browse, same thing, browse and select, and you're going to send it, okay? So just give it a second. You should get this prompt. that says, thank you for submitting your questionnaire. Our team is reviewing it. Once approved, you will receive an email, and then you have access to other contracts. So at this time, you've uploaded your Chilla, and our contracting department will be examining it to make sure that you've covered all your bases. So you'll be receiving an email shortly, depending on when they get to it, and they will be approving it. And I'll show you once it's been approved what happens next. Okay. Okay, so the Chilla has been sent off. We see that notification, and we're gonna check back in, refresh our page, and sure enough, the Chilla's gone because it has been approved by the contracting department. And you should also be receiving an email saying, congratulations, your Chilla's been approved. And lo and behold, once that's approved, you actually get access to all these contracts that are available. Some things to note. We have some abbreviations here. We have need FPB, which just means you need your first piece of business when you're doing that. So when you're doing the contract, obviously we are aware that some contracts need a first piece of business. So once we have to upload a first piece of business, then we have access to the contract. But for example, Humania, we don't need a first piece of business. So let's download the Humania contract. Okay. And as we mentioned before, that wonderful legal name is showing up on all of our documentation, which is excellent. And you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to print it off. You're going to save. Be sure to check our notation of certain areas that you need to be initialing, or the X marks that require you to sign. Be really thorough with your contracts because it makes the process a lot faster when we are thorough. Okay, so we tried to kind of go through them and bring your eye to certain areas. For example, we've got the date and everything already. We've kind of put some X marks just to kind of draw your eye where things need to be signed. Okay, so we're going to save this and we're going to print. So we'll take this as an example of, okay, I have gone through it all. I'm printing it. So now for Humania, what we're going to do is simply, we've printed it, we've scanned it, we've done all the paperwork, and now we're going to upload our contract. We're going to choose the file. We're going to do the Humania contract here, choose, and we're going to click upload. Okay. It may take a minute or two to upload because depending on the size of the file. Okay, and then it says, thank you, your contract has been uploaded successfully. You'll receive an email update as things progress. So once you send it off, you should be receiving an email as well as a notification that your application has been submitted. During this whole process, you'll be receiving emails. So as you can see, and on here you can always check, our Humania contract is actually pending Experior. So we've submitted it to Experior, and our contracting team has it and is going through it and ensuring that we've got all the signatures and everything we need for Experior before sending it off. Okay? Alrighty. So we've uploaded the contract and sent it off to Experior. And as I said, it's pending Experior side now. So you should be receiving an email when Experior changes the status. So our contracting team will change the status of your contract. And I'll refresh the page here. And it'll say your application has been sent off to the company. So you should see on your contracting manager, Humania, that's the one we did, pending company. So this means that all of your documents, you did everything right, and it's been sent off to the company for approval. So we ask this time and in the email that you allow Experior 2 weeks minimum before asking for updates. We also want to inform you that in our system, we have built an automatic notification system. So we're on top of your contract. So if there is an issue and if there's a big time lapse, we have certain markers where if it's been a long time and we haven't heard anything about your contract, our system is emailing these companies. So we want you to be assured that we are on top of this, and our system will ensure that we're checking on your contracts for when it needs to come back, especially if there's been a long gap. But still, please give our team at least 2 weeks before you're kind of inquiring about what's going on with your contract. Okay, so right now it's in that pending company status, and once there's any changes, you'll still continually be updated with on here, as well as being sent emails. Okay. All right, so the Humania contract is pending the company, and we're waiting for a response. So say it's been, a week or two. We're going to refresh the page because remember, you can always come back to your manager and check, as well as you'll receive an email update. But lo and behold, Humania, your contract status has been approved. This is super exciting. And you will notice your contract code will be right beside the contract. That will always stay here. So this is going to be a great place that you can always find your contract codes. If you ever forget, this is where you're going to go to figure out where your codes are. And you will also receive a wonderful email stating, congratulations, your code has been, Humania has approved your contract. Here's your contract code, or check on the back office for your contract code. And celebrate. So this is super exciting. So it shall be on here for you to see. Again, super exciting. And that's how easy it is. You're able to follow the whole contracting process on here, as well as receiving emails. And this is kind of how our new contracting system will go. So these are kind of what we're slowly rolling it out, but this is how it's going to go. Okay, so if you have any questions about the whole process, by all means, you can contact myself in technical support, because I am able to help. So there's the technical support email. It's technicalsupport@experiorfinancial.com, or you can call. My extension is 112. Or you can contact the contracting department, but as you know, they can be fairly busy. So I'm able to help with the process of this specifically, not able to figure out your contract stuff, but the process of how to do this. But hope just kind of rewatch this video and see how it works. Okay, so thank you so much. We're really excited for this new system, and we think it's going to be really helpful and make things a lot easier for everybody. Okay, thanks so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I also just want to show really quickly, this is just after we've been approved. Before, there's certain companies that need that FPB, that first piece of business. Once you've done the kind of the paperwork and everything for the application, you're going to click upload. You're going to choose the file. So we'll just choose a file here. And you're going to put down the code that you have for the first piece of business. And then you're going to click upload, okay? And once that's uploaded, this is just a really quick, just to show you how to do it. Ensure that you know your documents. So perfect. You get just a little announcement once you upload your first piece of business. It says your Le Capital first piece of business document has been uploaded successfully. You need to upload all signed contracts for Le Capital in 2 days. In case you will not upload contracts in 2 days, your Le Capital first piece of business document will be declined. This is just to ensure that we're kind of keeping things moving and not lagging behind. So we've done our first piece of business. It makes sense that right away we're going to download those contracts. We're going to ensure that we're doing all the paperwork promptly and quickly. And it's the same scenario for this one as well. Just wait for it to load here. It's going to have all, the pre-populated, your legal name, addresses, but be sure to go through it with a fine-tooth comb and ensure you're filling everything out, okay? And once you upload the contract, then you'll be able to see at what point then it's kind of starting the process for your first piece of business and your contract, okay? Perfect. Alrighty, thanks again. And if you have any questions about the process, not necessarily your contracting, but the process of how to upload and do these things, by all means, you can email the technical support department, myself, at technicalsupport@experiafinancial.com. Okay, that's just taking a long time to load, but you guys get the idea, I'm sure. Alrighty, thanks so much.